Morning YouTube. It's nice, cool, rather light, rainy morning here in Switzerland on the Friday. And the builders have slowly finished the road outside our house, so it's still going to be noisy for a little bit. But most of it is done. Would you like to have a look at it? I'll show you. I don't have cables now with my microphone, so that makes things easy. There it is. It's a hell of an improvement, I think. Just got to do some curb work and then I'll be done. And the old garden is looking much better. Those patches I have put in are now sprouting grass, so that's done. And my little peach tree is coming on nicely. I think we'll have a fair amount of fruit this year for some jam. Put you back in your usual place. Housekeeping. St. James flake today. Becoming one of my favourites. I've actually ordered another 3 tins for my cellar. And here is an Andreas witchy pipe, which you've seen before. Makes these in Bern in Switzerland. Beautiful pipes, and they're bloody huge, which I really like. Beautiful. Got a Peterson pewter tamper. Sherlock Holmes, just right for this. And a St. Claude copy of an old boy, but for $40, but actually rather nice little lighter with a built-in tamper. My Vostok Russian watch. Best you can buy for an automatic watch for $80. And indestructible like a Kalashnikov. Wonderful. Well, you might be wondering what I was doing over the last week. I sort of disappeared. I was actually in the southern part of Switzerland with my wife, doing a little bit of walking, and I wanted to show you some clips of that walk in a place called Blindtal. It's actually an abbreviation of Blindtal, and the rumour is that it came from the fact that it's basically a cleft between the mountains, so it's a sort of blind valley, if you like, or blind end, or whatever you would call it. And in the old days they took the animals there to shelter in winter because it was a microclimate. And today, people just go for nice walks and do a bit of grilling and take the kids there and admire the lovely waterfall and everything. And there's a kind of fitness trail called a parkour, which is popular in Switzerland, where you can do exercises every couple of 300 meters. Anyway, I thought to just take your mind off things, show you some clips of that, and return us to the beauty of nature. Here we go. Good morning YouTube. It's Sunday morning and we are going to the Valley of the Blind. There's my wife there, and not just us, lots of other people like to do this on a Sunday, as those people over there. Why it's called the Valley of the Blind, I don't know, but it's basically in a kind of ravine, one you see over there, between those mountain walls. And it's got a lot of mystery and stories about it. Not the place to go for a walk on a dark winter night. But let's have a look. Look at these lovely flowers. These are just common old flowers, but when the cows eat this makes the milk very delicious, which is why Swiss chocolate is so good. These lovely little streams here, the little waterfalls. Beautiful. Which is why there's so many stories of fairies and elves and gnomes and Gogwagiani. And Gogwagiani is an old Walliser dialect, so Swiss dialect name for a special kind of mountain dwarf. And if we meet one, we get 3 wishes. But first 3 questions. And don't answer the questions wrongly, because then terrible things happen. The entrance, look at this narrow, mysterious entrance. And it's been told that sometimes after, if you've transgressed, this entrance will close up after you and you never get out of the Blind Valley. How about that? Immediately it's much cooler here in the shade and these big stones. Look at these massive chunks of rock. These came down in a massive earthquake, which every few hundred years or few thousand years happens. So we're in an earthquake zone here in southern Switzerland, not as acute of course as on the San Andreas fault or so, but nevertheless it is an earthquake zone, so every 10 years or 15 years there's a minor one here, which just shakes you in bed and might wake you up in the night. But every 100 years or 200 years, there's something around Richter scale 7. So there's that little stream we looked at before. The old Swiss yellow post bus going by. Right, we shall press on. We're in now, so if we have transgressed, you won't see us again. But I think we're all right. I think we've been good this year. All this lovely flowing water always increases in summer because the glaciers are melting. So the hotter it gets, the more these little streams fill up, and the Rhone Valley fills up and flows all the way into France, of course. Beautiful ferns here in the shaded woods. So here you see one of these rather magic secret places, and again you may go in, but will you come out the other side? It gets pretty narrow. Shall I try it? Shall I try it?
You can't get through. You will not be able to get through.
I have a look.
You will not be able to.
My wife is saying don't go, but I'm an adventurer.
I will not be able to get you out because I'm claustrophobic, Lester.
Yeah, that's okay.
No, don't. You see, you can't do it.
Easy.
Don't do it.
Easy. Easy. Oh, I see a way out. I see a way out. You see? Luck is allied to the brave. Oh God, I'm stuck. No, that's all right. Just kidding. Now this is about where I should meet that magic frog that everyone talks about, who sits on top of a pot of gold coins. But again, you know, they invented quiz shows back in the day of mystery and adventure of magical creatures. So you have to be that would be good to come here with a quiz show champion, you know, who knows all that sort of useless knowledge that they sort of ask in magical forests. Like the one about the pigeons in Monty Python. It gets a little narrow here. So I'm going this way. And so the heroic champion makes it through. These last fallen branches are trying to grab me. But they shall not have their prey. Ta-da! See? And it's closed up behind us that you can't see it because it's magic. So this is a warning that you can get giant rocks falling on you. And if you look up there, you see where they come from. And right there, that huge one back there, is one that came down 30,000 years ago. So hopefully that won't happen for a few thousand years. You're supposed to do this actually on this one. Help, I'm stuck. Help. Looks like there's a group of hostiles up there with a fire, making smoke signs. You see the smoke? It could just be picnickers, of course. Waterfall here. Beautiful. Sometimes people just, when it's flowing a little slower, they bathe in it. You see with the brooms on it. Actually a very nice little mountain chalet for the witch. Named Veronica. Marvellous. And a pretty little witch's garden. And this huge tree here. Oh, I think I just heard Hansel and Gretel. I better leave them to it.
It's the witch's one.
Look what we found here. Would you believe it? Would you like to open it, dear?
Sure. I'll try.
This is the treasure chest of the witch, I think, and only a holy hand of someone who's pure of spirit and mind and all that can open it with these keys. I sure hope after all that I said that you can open it. I think there's more than one key, you see, you have to try them. Oh, somebody broke it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a trick.
It's not so good.
So somebody broke it off in there.
Yeah. There's another one, smaller one, maybe that works.
Vandals get to everything these days, don't they? I mean, even magic treasure chests. Must be actually pretty hard to be a magical creature in this.
What a shame, huh?
Okay. Well, we'll have to look at that next time if they fix the key.
Yeah.
Cliffs here above us. That'd be a challenge for any climber, but full of caves and interesting secrets, I'm sure. A nice little sitting place here, and again, this magnificent mountain face here. and a lovely green plain where the animals are grazing, or sometimes they're grazing, not today. And this is how you get out of the Valley of the Blind. And only those that have good sight can get down this slope. Beautiful poppies here. Just lovely flowers, aren't they? And these lovely orange ones, I don't know what they are. This is a Vigalia, I know. We have one in our garden.
Darling!
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. We certainly did. Had great fun. Did some grilling ourselves in the garden, and took in some of that nice mountain fresh air. Well, in the coming week I've got a few more special videos coming up. So within a few days I'll be starting that series. So do remember to look in again if you like the videos. Always appreciate the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed and you like the content, please do subscribe. Much appreciated. Take care everyone, until the next one. Bye bye.